Okay, let's start with Puerto Rico today. Another disaster in the hands of the president and the Congress. Many years ago, Puerto Rico became a territory of the United States, which means the people of Puerto Rico are citizens. And many years ago, Congress, in its beneficence or its genius or whatever it was at that time, gave major tax breaks to the Puerto Ricans, to corporations who went to Puerto Rico and opened up industry. And there was major drug companies opening up down there and other companies, and the island just cooked. Remember, you're talking a little island. There's not much going on there. People need industry. They need work. They need things to do. Well, Congress, in its once again great genius, decided to walk away from those tax breaks and did nothing in return as a result. So this little island, which had all this industry and all these factories, or I'm sorry, drug companies and all the other industry there, started losing them all because these industries lost their tax breaks. Meanwhile, the government is not taking, the Puerto Rican government is really not keeping an eye on things because they're just raising the benefits for everyone who's there. And our Congress and our president, of course, just said, it's an island, don't have to worry about it. Who cares about Puerto Rico, right? Doesn't matter. So now it's on the verge of a massive default. And what are we doing about it? Congress, once again, sitting on his hands, talking, doing a lot of talking. Most they'll ever do is push it off. President's doing nothing about this. And meanwhile, the island is imploding. American citizens are getting handled. They got no jobs. Unemployment is up big time. So many of them are now trying to move to America and leave Puerto Rico. And you had a lot of these hedge funds buying the bonds that were issued by Puerto Rico, which they are now defaulting upon. Almost the best part about watching all this is if you see all the ads on TV where you have these sad people saying, I own Puerto Rican bonds and I'm in trouble and I'm going to lose all my money, and Congress don't let them file bankruptcy or reorganize or whatever. And I feel bad for those people, but when you look at the name of the group that is putting these ads on TV and then you look it up, it's all black money, dark money. There's nothing there. Who knows where it is? It's hidden in the dark. It's gone. And it's what one has to assume that it's the rich hedge funds who have the money. I mean, who else has the money to put the ads on the TV? It's the rich hedge funds and the people who own a lot of these bonds who have the money, who do not want to lose any money on it and don't care about the people and don't care about the government, but only care about their position, hoping the whole thing will implode. Then they can go in and make bigger deals, own more of the island, and then maybe end up making a whole lot more money down the road. So we have all these competing interests. People own bonds, the hedge funds who bought them for maybe 15 cents on the dollar, 60 cents on the dollar or whatever, and are trying to make their money or trying to stop all this. You have Congress sitting on their hands, got the president doing nothing, maybe giving a little lip service every now and then. And American citizens, once again, American citizens are tasting it. We don't just taste it here because government doesn't care. They're tasting it there. American territory, American citizens, and these people are not going to have jobs. They don't have jobs. It's going to start looking like Cuba with the way the economy is, and all the president seems to care about is the Cuban economy and not about Americans. Puerto Ricans are Americans. It's an American territory. And if Congress and the president doesn't wake up and start looking out for Americans and caring about Americans, people will just realize more and more government doesn't matter. And one can understand, once again, the allure of a Trump or a Bernie Sanders. It's the allure because our government is doing nothing except letting people get hurt, lose their jobs, lose their money, and not live well. Because who cares? They're still getting their money, aren't they? They're sure getting their salaries, aren't they? They can write their books and pitch them on TV, can't they? And then when they leave Congress, or the president leaves, then they make their big money. The president's making jokes about Goldman Sachs. He'll be making his money when he leaves, like all the rest of them did and do. And Congress will just go in, the congressman will go in and become lobbyists again. They'll find a way to skirt the rules and be able to have influence on Congress. Whether it's a lobbyist or a think tank or something, that's what will go on. And the Puerto Ricans just go down farther and farther, drowning deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, they didn't take care of their country well. I'm sorry, of their islands well. But hey, we're the ones who gave them the incentives. We're the ones who set them up, and we did nothing to take care of them when we pulled the incentives and set them up to fail. Once again, our government blows it. It is so sad. People should be standing up for our American citizens in Puerto Rico. Peace.